mean, the last 50 minutes, we outplayed them, outchanced them. Had a lot of zone time, a lot of possession, but tough when you spot them a few. I just thought early on, just some of those details and collapsing to our net and making sure that we're not giving up the middle of the ice cost us, and then defensive details down this towards the end too. But offensively, the way we played, the way we kept the puck, the way we played in their end, there's a lot to like. We create a lot of chances, so got to learn from some of our mistakes and get better for Thursday.
Yeah, on the offensive side now, that's I think 11 even strength, or we had one shorthanded the other day. But you're generating a lot, especially 5-on-5.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the way we played for the last 50 minutes is how we have to play. We were every line going over the boards was doing a job, creating a lot of offense, but not spending much time in our own end as well. I think just spotting them a lead is something that we got to learn from. We've talked a lot in here about being better off the start, so it's an area for growth, and keep pushing forward.
You guys have been a really disciplined team this year, but it's safe to say that 5-on-3, I mean, you had grabbed a ton of momentum back, get within a goal, and then they get that 5-on-3 goal. Another.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, some of those. Yeah, it's just you got to continue to push forward. Our kill's done an amazing job for us all year, and it's one of those things. Just the timing of it, and it just compounds. But for the most part, that's not really an area of concern for us. We've been pretty disciplined all year. We've been great on the kill all year, and just one of those things that it happens in a game. We're gathering momentum. But I think the story of tonight's more on our start and having to climb back. We did a really good job of climbing back, but shouldn't put ourselves in that position.
Another area of concern that wouldn't be of concern, obviously, is Connor Hellebuck's play. We're so used to seeing him play at an elite level. He would probably say a game like this, he would like maybe a few of those goals back. Do you guys almost feel when you see that you want to pick your goalie up if you can?
Well, absolutely. I mean, the first few chances that we gave up were grade A's right from the slot with traffic and all that. So. We have all the trust in the world in Bucky, obviously, and we tried to help him, and thought we did a pretty good job of it. There's a couple goals late there too. Just you don't want to give up, as a group here, giving up those chances. But I mean, I think that's the main area of concern tonight, is just spotting them a lead and having to fight back all night.
Bigger picture, game 41, how do you feel about where your group is at in midway point here, and what maybe stands out is from the group itself?
Well, I thought we weathered the storm with the injuries really well. I think we've had a good first half of the season, and we like where we're at, but at the same time, I think there's still room for growth, and we filled that in here, and we're confident that we're going to get to another level. So we just keep pushing forward and take it a day at a time and keep building.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks. that maybe even these last 2 games you've gotten away from that a little bit?
Yeah, I just think that we've been given way too many chances against, and not just chances that are, lots of shots or, we're giving up a lot of grade A, grade B chances. It's a little bit uncharacteristic of us right now, I think. We're getting all the offense that we can get, right? We have enough to win in a game like tonight, right? So it just comes on to us as the guys to realize that that's not going to be the brand that we can win with. Even if you play any team here, in this league, it's going to be tough when you give up that many chances.
Anything to attribute that to?
I don't really know. I think that we want to, get into games where we're getting offense, right? And you want to continue getting offense, but sometimes you realize what you have done has worked, right? You don't have to go looking for it. But I think we've just relied on Helly to be so good for us, that slips away, starts to slide a little bit, and then, make it a little bit harder on yourself when you dig yourself a 3-0 deficit in the first 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah, a strong start can come from good structure. It doesn't have to be leading through.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. And then, like I said, anybody you come into and you're down 3 after the first 12 minutes of the game, it's tough. I liked our guys battle to get one at the end of the first period and be able to put us in a position where we can at least get it back into the game. It was, a couple power play goals for them. Like our power play units got to get one at the end of the game.
Still doesn't feel like you recovered out of it.
No. Yeah.
6-5, 5-5 left.
Yeah. I felt like, you could feel it on the bench too. I thought the guys thought we knew we hadn't played our best game, but to have a chance to still win is, he'll take it, especially if you give up that many chances early. But like I said before, you just can't start like that and then, be climbing uphill the rest of the game.
What stands out to you about the first half of the year? Sort of big picture after the game 41 tonight, about where you're at, and maybe stands out about the structure itself and the kind of the incremental growth you've had in this important areas.
Yeah, I think there are lots of parts of our game that you like. A lot of things that we've done really well over the first half of the year. This is that time of the year, though. It's when it really things start to buckle down. You give teams chances to score. We come on in the third period, they give us a chance, we score. That's this time of year when you start heading into the back half of the year when players are kind of dialed in, they're feeling the flow, they've gotten into the rhythm of the season. That's what just makes it more important than ever to stick to your structure.
Just one on the blue line. I think yours and Neil's goals. It's 22 and 23 now. We're halfway through the year. You went off last year's total for that was something Rick prioritized coming in. Safe to say that it's been a point of emphasis and obviously success.
Yeah, I like what you've done. You asked us, you challenged us at the beginning of the year to be a bigger part of our offense. You can't. I spoke to talking about it this morning about how important as for me as a defenseman, and I could shut down the rush as best I can. When a fourth man comes up, that just kills you. You feel like you have everything, and I think that's something that we've done really well. And our forwards, and Rick has done a really good job of letting him know, like when our D go, you have to make sure that we're back for him. I think our guys have done a really good job of covering for us, and we have that confidence to go and do it. And you see what happens when you give the D that type of rein to go. And I think our guys have done a much better job this year of just making ourselves available, right, and not just kind of floating up the ice.
When you get to that back half of the year, where does this team still need to grow?
Yeah, it's games like tonight. You come in with a team that's a little bit unpredictable, right? A lot of skill. They can do a lot of things. A little younger, but they some water bugs. We have a veteran team. We have the ability to come in and kind of dictate the pace of the game. But when you don't, then this is what happens. I think that's a big thing for us. Is we are a veteran group. It's time for this group to look at it and say, hey, we need to take this thing into the final 41 of the year here.
Thanks, Sam.
You're welcome.
almost feels like you might say the same thing tonight between the first 10, 15, and then the rest of the game.
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, again, we gave up some chances early that we never give up, and we did tonight. Yeah, it was their night. The puck was going in the net for them, so we had more than enough chances to win the hockey game. We did. We had 85 shot attempts. We had a ton of scoring chances, even at the end with the goalie out. He made some big saves for them, so give him credit.
Yeah, I mean, is that one of those games where Connor would probably tell us he'd like a few of those back, but we get so used to kind of seeing him stop the ones that you don't expect him to stop?
Yeah. It's hey, listen, he's a battler. He's our guy, and he's won us a lot of games this year, and he's going to win us some more. So there's time. Again, we could have scored enough goals to win that game tonight.
Right.
Simple as that.
Rick, how do you get back to those good habits in terms of your structure, especially at the start of the game?
Yeah, well, we'll tighten it up. We'll address the issues that we saw tonight that we didn't like, and we'll get ready for Buffalo.
The Billy was going to play this morning.
Sick. Yeah, he's sick.
So is that something kind of just came up
Yeah.
during the day?
Yeah, like at 4 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
So we were fully expecting him to play, and he couldn't play. So
Are there other guys who played who might also kind of be going through that right now? Or?
a couple of guys probably not feeling 100%, but certainly good enough to play.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, again, at this time of the year, you're banged up a little bit, you're fatigued a little bit. Everyone is around the league, so
Sure.
deal with it.
You guys won 5 in a row. Now you drop one. What do you think the mindset of this group is after, let's get back to
Yeah,
it?
get right back at it Thursday night against Buffalo. That's all we can do.
Rick, what's the top of the to-do list for the second half? Obviously happy with the first half overall.
Overall, we want to keep pushing for first place. We want to stay in, again, in the worst case scenario, stay in that top 3. And we got a lot of tough games coming up. We know that. Again, with the fluctuation of the lines out recently, with everyone coming back, there's some work to do to tighten things up and get everyone on the same page.
And Rick, don't answer this if you feel it's taking you down the road you don't want to go, but the Dylan high stick, did you feel that was...
Yeah, we're not going there. Thanks.
Thank you.